What is going on, guys? It is Patrick here, and today we are back again with a trio podcast. And today we've got some very old friends. We have Seriial, Assassion, and UonTube. These were two guys who I've pretty much known my entire YouTube career. I think we met up probably, you guys were saying like 300-ish subscribers, so it's probably been about 2.5 years now that I've known these guys. So welcome to this podcast.
Thank you.
Is you there?
Years.
Oh, okay. Yo, you've been on this before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you were like episode 5 or something.
Yeah.
And then we've done things before like this. Like we used to have it was called The Great Debate.
Oh, I missed the Great Debate.
Did you remember that? Yeah, that was awesome. We did some good videos. Like I remember the very first one we did. It was like just tits versus ass. And it was just a straight conversation with that. I remember that did really well.
That was awesome.
Really well on my channel.
What we had other ones.
Good.
What other ones do we have? We had like a bunch of really.
We did
we
short
did like
hair
3 or
versus
4.
long hair.
Bros versus
Bros
hoes.
versus hoes.
Um,
We did like 6 of them, I think it was.
yeah, there was one. It was on actually going to university.
Yeah, I remember that one. That one rings a
And it
bell.
was just, we remember talking about that, and it's kind of weird now because I'm at university right now, and I remember making that. It was like, oh my god, that's so far away. So I think I was probably like 16 or 17 when we made that. So it's been a long time. How have you guys been?
Go ahead, dude.
Like,
I'm doing really good. I'm still like I moved back to. Like, oh god, I don't want to be moving back here, but I've been loving it. I'm doing really well. I've got a beautiful girlfriend with a 6-year-old daughter who is amazing. And here's the big news: come this summer, I'm gonna be a dad.
Wow!
Really?
Congratulations!
Thank you very much.
wow, that's awesome.
I actually it just became public on Friday, so we're like
Really?
almost 14 weeks in. It's craziness, but I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
That's awesome,
Damn.
dude.
I know.
That's crazy.
So I'm gonna
Greg,
be coming to Greg for some serious dad advice.
That's
Down
right.
the
I was
line.
gonna say,
I
how many kids do you have?
have 3 kids.
You have 3. Okay. Damn, that's crazy. I feel so young right
They're
now.
all boys. They're all boys. So if you have a daughter, you're on your own, bro.
Do you know what it's gonna be yet?
No, and we gotta wait for like 20 weeks or something, and they don't even do that up here. So I have to go south, go to the mainland to get that done.
Really?
But that'll be good because it'll be like a little holiday before the baby comes. But yeah, time goes so.
And
Then you become like a family so much quicker. So from the
Yeah.
outside looking in, it seems like really quick, but it was like all planned, and I couldn't be happier. Like
you
on
guys
top
plan
of the world
for
right
baby?
now. Yeah,
Are you gonna put a ring on her finger?
I am. I'm working on that. Shh.
You're working on that?
It's a secret. It's a secret.
Sorry, Serial fucked up again.
That's funny you say that. My brother,
news.
I was gonna say, my brother, he just got engaged, and he was kind of like waiting for the right time and just waiting till he had enough money to buy the ring. And like a couple times, people almost dropped it on his girlfriend that he was gonna like ask her before he had done it. So it was always just like, oh yeah. So like my dad almost said like, oh, fiance, and then he's like, oh, I'm just kidding. And like just a few situations like that where it's like almost dropped on it.
You think
there's
like
always that awkward
when it's
time
a sure thing that it's going to be a yes, most of the girls probably know it's coming.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like there was, I work in this like new startup company. It was like a cafe bar that opened, and someone proposed to their girlfriend like second week we were opening there, and it was like nuts. We had like a fortune cookie that said "Will you marry me?" in it and stuff, and it was so stressful because obviously there was only one, and I had to make sure that I gave it to the right person. I was like, holy shit!
Oh my God.
Which one did I? And I lost my mind for a second, thought I'd given it to the wrong person, but like she must have known she was going to be engaged to. Like it's not usually like a huge surprise.
Yeah. Yeah. So how old are you?
I'm 24 next month, so
24. Okay. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy because I think I met you when you were 21, I believe.
probably yeah. It's been a good amount of time. It must have been like a year ago since we did our last like podcast together. Probably.
It would have been May, maybe. May or April.
Okay.
So 8 months maybe or so. It's definitely been a while because this is episode 38, and I think we've missed 3 or 4 weeks. So I do them weekly. So however many weeks ago that is, like about 36 or so.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I count everything in weeks these days since I'm going to be a dad. So I totally get where
Right.
you're coming from.
Yeah, my kid is now 178 weeks old.
What about you, Greg? What have you been up to?
Dude, I honestly, all I do is I sleep.
Oh, you're cutting out for me.
Addicted to this game.
I heard sleep. I heard sleep and then nothing.
Yeah, all I do is sleep and then it cut out.
I sleep, I go to work, and I play Destiny. That's all I do.
Destiny, really?
Dude, I have like over 800 hours in this game.
Damn.
God, how many weeks is that? Let me just figure that out.
It's like 42 days or something like that.
Okay, damn, that's dedication right
Dude,
there.
it's disgusting. And the thing was, is like I gave up gaming, and then my son talked me into playing Destiny, and I bought it, I think, early October. And that's all I do now. That's all I do is I come home, I play Destiny for like 2-3 hours. I'll spend a little time with the wifey, and then I go to bed, and I wake up, go to work, come home, play Destiny. That's it. That's all I do.
Damn, okay.
I mean,
I didn't.
No, I don't.
I pretty much stopped gaming like till very recently. Like I wasn't playing anything. I don't have a next gen console, or I guess it would just be a current gen console. And I started playing Smite again. I don't know if you guys know that game.
Yeah, I remember you used to play.
Yeah,
that.
I saw a couple of your Smite videos.
I started playing that again, but like a game is like half an hour long, so it's like one game and then whew, I'm done.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah, man, I honestly, as weird as this is going to sound, I really haven't been doing much gaming. Like, I do things for, like, obviously my channel, like a gameplay and all that stuff. But other than that, like, I haven't found a game that's interested me in a really long time.
Patrick, you gotta try Destiny.
Man, it's not for me. I've played it once at a friend's house, and I didn't really like it. I don't know. It might be something you have to get into. But
when I first started playing, I really wasn't into it either. It wasn't like, you know, my kind of thing, because I've always been a Call of Duty player. So I mean, and after I gave up on Ghosts, I really haven't. I haven't played COD since. I haven't bought Advanced Warfare. I refuse to. And like, I just got hooked into the old Destiny thing. Like, it's a first-person shooter with like missions and shit. So you got objectives you can do solo. You have raids that you have to do with co-ops. I'm addicted. Like seriously, they have to have like Destiny Anonymous for me.
Man, I'm jealous. I wish I had a game I felt like that. Like, I love zombies and I always am gonna, but it's just I need something new. Actually, funny that I say that though, because there's new zombies coming out in 2 days, which is I'm so excited.
You're gonna blow up again, man. That's gonna be great.
I hope so.
What, new zombies on Advanced Warfare?
Yeah, exo zombies.
Ah.
It's they had a little teaser in the actual the disc, and it was just like a minute of zombies, and then there's like this cutscene, and with the DLCs they're releasing maps now, so it is basically a complete ripoff of the Treyarch zombies, plus you get the exosuit. So I don't know. I think it should be
I hope they kind of make it scary, because like nobody thinks like Treyarch zombies is scary at all. Like when you've got really fast exosuit zombies, maybe they could be like popping out.
Well, have you guys seen the movie? What is it? World War Z.
Yeah.
Okay, you know the scene where they're like all piling over the wall. They're all. It's like that. Like there's like a cutscene, and it looks like that.
And then you can just stomp them all down. Done. 100 zombies dead. Next wave.
It's funny you say that, because there's the new raid for Destiny is Kurto's End, and in the first part there's the lamp section, and it's all dark, and it's nothing but these creatures called the Thralls, and they come out by the hundreds, and I have not done that once without somebody in my party saying, "I feel like I'm in World War Z."
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
I can totally hear like everything that we talk about, Seriial going, The thing about that, and then relating it back to Destiny.
Oh, stop it!
And then we're gonna be like talking about something, and then we're gonna be hear him going, "Oh shit!" and he's gonna be like with the controller playing it, like Wings of Redemption used to do, and like.
That's funny.
I turned off my PS4 so I could do this, so I could focus. I was doing Crota's End, and they were like, "You can do the podcast while you're helping us." I'm like, "No, I can't."
Just can't focus. Just bought Xbox One yesterday. The only reason I bought it is for the zombies coming out. I have a PS4, and like I probably spent 3 hours just trying to get it set up.
Wow.
Guys, none of them are as good as my PC, so I don't want to.
PC elitist, alert.
So are you guys still watching a lot of YouTube videos, or?
No,
I don't.
Not really.
Honestly, the only videos I watch right now are Pobs.
Really? I'll watch one of those once in a while. I'm still subscribed to Pab. Is it Pob or Pab? I always called him Pab.
I've always called him Pob.
I guess with the UK accent it'd be Pob.
No, it's Pab because I think it's short for Pablo, but Seriial would probably pronounce it Pablo.
Pob.
Because of his accent. Yeah,
me and my Canadian.
I watch a Smite video, and I still watch competitive Call of Duty. Like I tune into like the LAN events and stuff like that.
Right, I remember you used to be really into the Black Ops 2 League play, weren't you?
Yeah, I went to an EGL. Like I went to a LAN event and had a lot of fun. It took me 12 hours on a train to get there. It was mental.
Ow, 12 hours. A lot of money.
And then I came back, and I was like, because of all the practice I put in, I was totally like done with Call of Duty for. I was like,
yeah, you just burnt yourself out on it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I Black Ops 2, I thought that was like the heyday of League play and all that competitiveness. Like that was the only time I was into it. Ghosts ruined it for me.
Oh, Ghosts.
I don't really like Advanced Warfare that much for multiplayer, so it's something you gotta. I think it's something you gotta go in with the mindset of I don't care if I die. I'm just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna jump around because it's so easy to die. There's always someone behind you because they can just hop around. You are always gonna get shot from behind no matter how good you are. So you just kind of gotta go in it with no care of dying and just
when there's so many people like
it.
Jumping around with exosuits, there's no way you're gonna win like 30 like gun streaks in a row because or at least not often. Like you could get like Moabs and nukes because it's just so
rare.
random. Like Call of Duty's always been random, but now it's like insane. Like I don't like even the best players in the world. You see them like completely like guff up a bunch of shots, and it's like ooh,
yeah. I found Ghost really did that too. They made it like no flow to the map, just a big mess of everything, and
it's just boring, wasn't it? Like it was just dull. Like I had like a 5 KD on that game, and I was bored.
For me, I think what killed Ghosts is the kill streaks. If the kill streaks did a little bit more work, I think people would have enjoyed it more because the connection was perfect.
They did have a good connection. That's
never
true.
had. I'd say maybe 97% of the time, I had a great connection.
Yeah, that was the one thing Black Ops 2 lost me on. It was honestly such a balanced, great game, but the connection was just ruined it for a lot of people.
And the camera angles.
Camera angles? What do you mean?
The camera angles on it screwed you up too, because when you would go to a certain point, the camera angles were off, so you didn't see it.
So someone could be in the corner of your screen, and if someone is watching you, like watching your perspective, they'd probably see it, but you playing live, you wouldn't see it. And that's also to do with like dying around corners and stuff like that. Like it was so bad in that game, ridiculously bad.
Right.
But I was part of the problem. I was the person on that terrible connection, lagging around the map, doing okay.
You're on a cell phone hotspot. Yeah,
I know. On the 3G.
I had to update my Xbox One over my cell phone today.
Really?
I had to tether it because my university, like the Wi-Fi here is encrypted. So like
is that VPN?
It's WPA2 Enterprise.
Right.
That sounds like a Star Trek vessel.
Yeah, it's basically just like you need to sign into it, and there's multiple people with multiple different passwords, which the Xbox One doesn't support. So I had and to even get into your Xbox, turn it on, you have to have an internet connection. So like you has to do an update. So it was like a 500 megabyte update that I had to do over like my phone data, which here in Canada that's like half of all the data I have for the month. And then I finally got into it, and it was like, and I was like, all right, I'll just use an Ethernet cable. And I was like, sorry, like this doesn't work. You have to be signed in. But in order to sign in, I needed an internet. Like it was just ridiculous.
There will be a way around it, I guarantee you. Because I was when
I
was at uni,
I got it.
That's why I never started doing YouTube videos, because there was a VPN, and I'd definitely be able to find a way around it now. Probably just YouTube or Google it. But
I did this really weird thing where like I had to sign in through the Internet Explorer. Like I had to put in my password. So what I had to do is I had to tether my phone to my Xbox One, and then go to Internet Explorer, plug in the Ethernet cable really quickly, turn off the Wi-Fi, and enter my password in like 30 seconds before it like cut off. Like it was just a stupid process.
I'm sure you get an achievement for doing that. I'm sure like when I was at uni, I could have like signed in on everything on my laptop or computer, and then through Wi-Fi, and then you put an Ethernet cable from your computer to your Xbox, and there's a way to do it that way where you sort of use your computer as almost like a router or a router.
Yeah.
But you might get a lot of latency when you do that, because there's
that's the thing is like there's some people who they hooked up routers from the Ethernet cables, and like they got like in trouble and stuff. So I don't know.
Because your internet would be really good.
It's like 100 up, 100 down, one ping.
Christ.
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Yeah,
I'm coming.
Acadia University. It's like this really small it's basically like the town is just like one of those university towns.
Like I like places like that. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's a really nice campus. It's on a hill, which sucks. Like to go anywhere, you have to walk up or down a hill. It's probably good at the end. Yeah, that works going down, not up. Also, we have this. Well, I'm sure you're familiar with it, Greg. We have this thing called snow.
Yeah, we have that right now. We have about 3 inches.
Oh, really? We actually have none.
I've seen snow and
we've
frozen.
hardly had any.
I've never, seen it in real life.
Yeah, the UK it's pretty warm in the UK.
No, it's totally cold up here. I'm joking. Like, it's like blizzard right now. It's horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird because
Shetland's not like the rest of the UK because it's right up north. It's like the most.
Oh.
So
right.
I'm like 200 miles away from the rest of the mainland, so we get the worst weather usually anyway. So
okay.
I'm getting that cold. Walking anywhere sucks.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Canada, like just the eastern part of Canada, we've had like no snow for the first time. It's been nice to be honest, but no snow days.
That's cool. Like this is actually our only our second snowfall all year. Well, accumulation snowfall. We've had floods that didn't really stick, but this is like the second time in probably the last 3 weeks that we've had like 1 to 3 inches.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Look at us talking about the weather. So.
I know. This is to keep the conversation casual, guys.
All right. Well, what is there to talk about?
What are you doing at uni? Like, what are you studying, or are you undecided?
I'm taking business right now.
I think that is very smart, because what you're doing in your hobby time as well is very much running your own business. So there'll be a lot of times you can relate that, and I don't think you should be like afraid of doing that. I know a lot of YouTubers who you put YouTube on their CV when they decided to get out of the game and do something else, and it helped them a lot get kind of jobs that they wanted.
Yeah. It was kind of weird. Like I always kind of was expecting I was gonna go into like some sort of science, like biology or chemistry or something. And YouTube was kind of something that was like, wait, like maybe, like I don't think that is for me. And it was kind of like a last minute decision to do business. And I'm really happy with that decision because, like, just like learning things that I feel actually benefits me.
Oh, it's very relatable, isn't it? What you?
Yeah. Yeah, like even the more out there things like economics and stuff is like, okay, like that makes sense. I can see how that works. And just in like everyday kind of life, it like just helps make sense of things. So I'm glad I'm in it. It's been a really weird like 5 months for me. This is like my channel's blown up. I was in a relationship with a girl for like 4 years. We broke up when we came to school.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It happens. I mean, I kind of had a feeling. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people kind of expect you to break up once you get here.
Well, yeah, when you go to university or college, I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you shouldn't have a girlfriend for at least the first 2 years.
That's the thing about school. It's the most bizarre just situation. You have all these like 18 and 19-year-olds who have freedom for the first time to do whatever they want, and you're all living together. It's kind of ridiculous.
Oh yeah, like, and especially because you're like a proper like an adult for the first time, and you're living on your own and stuff. I think being single is like huge because you're still very much figuring out what kind of person you are, like what you want to be and stuff. And when you're having to worry, oh my God, I can't do this, I can't do that, or I've got to think about this other girl, then that works for some people, but I wouldn't have worked for me no matter how much for your own life progression. That's why you're at college or university, right? To progress with your own life. And
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would say since we've broken up, has been my biggest growing period. Just when you have that kind of comfort support like thing, you don't really need to grow. So when you get out of that, it's like, oh my God, like I gotta be more aware of like people. I don't know, just little things like body language and just like dressing nicer and all those little things that I kind of missed out on when I was in a relationship, right?
Oh, I was in a relationship for like 8 years, and then when I moved back to Shetland,
really?
And then when I moved back to Shetland because we broke up, then I got involved in a new line of work, and I just progressed so much as a person to like a point now where I feel like so comfortable with who I am and so like proud of who I am. And I don't think I would have done that if I had never been single for an actual point in my life, because I was just always in a relationship.
My young friends growing up, I love it.
Yeah, you're like the expert. You're the wizard over there. You got everything sorted out. We're
Yo. I'm almost 40 and I still haven't got shit figured out. Dude, it is a constant learning curve.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you just gotta take each day at a time. You gotta do your best and, hope for the best, because life throws curveballs left and right. And you just gotta
as long as you've got destiny, then you'll be okay.
Nah, you're funny.
I'm joking.
Well, it's really cool because me and my wife are in a good place, and she does her thing and I do my thing. It gives us our separate time, but then we still can come together and do our thing together. So it's really, really cool because usually you get these guys that play games all the time and their girlfriends are crying, well, you love your video game more than me. Well, you know what, bitch? You're a little bit too insecure for me, so there's the door. Close it on your way out. And if you want to come back, bring a fucking pizza, because I'm going to still be playing. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the problem with a lot of females these days. They're very insecure, and they want you to be, I don't know, the person to throw them up on their shoulder. And that's cool to a certain point. But, I've always avoided the high-maintenance women. The women that constantly need to be complimented, or you constantly need to go out of your way for them, they're the ones you should avoid. My woman she is very independent. And I know that sounds negative, she doesn't need me, but at the same time, that's the way you want your woman to be. In a perfect relationship, you have two circles, and they only intersect about 25%. You still both should have your own life.
Right.
The other, and you can actually have that synergy and more of a complete life. And I just took this conversation really deep, and I'm sorry, I'm going to back up.
Oh, no, absolutely, it's good, it's
you
good.
just cut out for me 2 times right when you were making your point.
Oh, I apologize.
and the thing is, and then bam, you were gone. I was like, cliffhanger.
Now, the thing, all right, I will reiterate it for the, you just, with your lives, as you grow up, and trust me, I've been through several relationships. If you can imagine two circles intersecting, like when you see like wedding rings and shit, they only intersect about 25%, because you both need to maintain your own. If you have that about 25% intersection, you will have a good relationship, because you both don't need each other all the time to be happy. And that's the key to a successful relationship. When your life doesn't circle around somebody else's. Because if you get in that situation, whether you're the guy or the girl, vice versa, there's a lot of guys out there that get so hung up in their woman, they are their son, and they circle around them, and everything revolves around them. That's when you're in a bad situation.
I can totally relate to that, but in a more positive light, I guess, because when I started going out with Gemma, then all we wanted to do was hang out with each other all the time, and then
that's
months down the line,
that's exactly to be expected.
And then the transition between that, you've got to do it at the same time. It can't be one person suddenly goes, I need a little bit of time on my own, and the other person's still in that honeymoon phase.
Right.
You need to.
How long does that phase last? Would you guys say? Just.
I would say. Week. I mean, if you guys see each other 4 or 5 times a week, then the honeymoon phase sort of is shorter. But if you see each other twice a week, it lasts a little longer. So I'd say anywhere between 6 to 12 months.
Okay.
And then after that 6 to 12 months, you're out of the honeymoon phase. You guys experienced a lot of things together, quote unquote. And you get to a point where you're comfortable with each other. You sort of know each other's nuances, your trends, what you don't like, what you do, there's little things little personal triggers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what outside the honeymoon phase?
I think
Greg keeps cutting out to me. When exactly when he makes his point.
You guys keep cutting out on me. It might be my internet.
Does the person?
I know what.
Does the person who hosts the call make the connection for everyone? Because it'll be Greg that's hosting the call, isn't it?
It's me here. I just realized I'm on Wi-Fi right now.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, so I just plugged my Ethernet in. So hopefully this conversation doesn't cut out, and it might get better.
I hope so.
Way to go, Patrick.
There we go. We're on Ethernet now, so hopefully that's an improvement. I just realized that.
You sound so much better now.
Really? Actually?
Everyone sounds worse to me.
Oh, God.
I'm so used to that bad internet, It's my thing.
Anyways, yeah, so honeymoon phase, you say about 6 to 12 months.
Yeah, give or take. Like I said, it depends on that. All relationships are different. I mean, every relationship's a snowflake. They evolve at their own pace. But I said, the more time you spend with somebody, it's just like a friendship. If you meet somebody new, a guy, girl, whatever, whether it's a friendship or an intimate relationship, it all depends on how much you spend time with each other. And that's what I'm saying. To have a successful relationship in that beginning, you have to have that time apart. Because if you're with each other every day, you really can't learn how to miss them. Yeah. So and that mystery, that yearning, that wanting has to be in that relationship.
Yeah, I see that. Because I got a buddy, he started dating this girl at the start of the school year in September. And it's just I hardly see him anymore because he's always with her. It's just kind of hard in that sense.
Yeah, usually people go through that. If they have a big relationship in high school, then people go through that then, where they just completely ditch their friends and stuff. That usually doesn't happen so much as people get older. I mind all my friends doing that, and then I remember my friends telling me that I'd done that because people just drop their friends for their new girlfriend.
Yeah, I think I did that to an extent when I was with this girl. I did my best to keep it balanced, but it's really hard, especially like Greg, you were saying, girls are very insecure, and it I don't know, you guys know the term bae, it stands for before anyone else.
Yeah.
It's girls kind of almost expect that a lot, and it's no, you're new to the scene. I have my friends, and I can't completely give all these guys up that I've known for so long just for you. and I obviously you have to do it to some extent, but it's like, you know, like leave some, you know, time for me and my guys. And I would say of all my friends, I have one, he's got a girlfriend. They've been together for a few years, and like they're so independent. Like you were saying, Greg, that they don't need to be with each other. They hang out when they want to, but like they're just two very independent people together.
And I bet you that will be a very successful relationship.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. Right. I love hanging out.
Right,
with
because
them.
If the love's there and the respect is there, because to me they're the two biggest key pieces, love and respect, and they're not synonymous. Right. If you have love and respect for your partner, like you guys can literally go 5 straight days without seeing each other really, and still be perfectly comfortable with each other. Like, and a lot of guys, like I said, and girls, they don't really understand that. If a guy wants to hang out with his friends, it doesn't mean he doesn't want to hang out with you. You know, and if a girl can't respect that, chances are she's too immature to understand it.
Absolutely, yeah. I think one thing that was really good with them is she's a year older than him. So she went off to university last year. They kind of had their time to learn to be independent of each other. And now, like, they're at the same school again, so it kind of... They learned to be on their own before that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I find with me, like, being in a relationship so long, like, I really have no desire to get back into one at any time. And it's nice just wanting to hang out with people because you want to be in their company and not because of any commitment.
Well, they say if you get out of a relationship longer than 2 years, you should take at least 6 months to yourself without seeing anybody else to learn about who you are again alone.
Yeah. I waited like 9 months before I like even felt like I was ready. And even then, like I didn't pursue people. I just sort of, it just happens. Like
Come on, you're a stud. They were dropping numbers in your tip jar.
You're on that Tinder game.
I don't think Tinder can work very well in Shetland. There's like 26,000 people here, and like half of them are probably like either old age or like under 10.
So you gotta love the cougars.
Yeah, Tinder is it's big at my school, but it's something that it's so awful.
It sounds awful. It sounds funny if you do it as a joke, like make it like a fake account. Not to meet people, but just as hilarious profile. Like my skinny little Chinese friend, who is like the most hilarious guy I've ever met, like made this one, and he said he was like captain of the rugby team, and like had this picture of him like posed in like a rugby shirt and stuff, and it was hilarious.
So, excuse me, I'm an old married man, but I have a friend at work that he's 25, I think, and he's on Tinder. But for him, and what he explained to me is Tinder is just a hookup website.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's more about the hookup rather than the long-term relationship.
Yeah, you're looking at people's pictures and saying, all right, do I find this person attractive enough? You swipe right if you think so, swipe left. There's a little bio, but no one is going to swipe right or left based on the bio. Oh. It's just all based on looks.
Oh. Very superficial.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay away from there.
Oh, absolutely.
You're very pretty on the inside.
Yeah, it's not for people like if you're someone who has like really big personality, that doesn't come up with personality. No, and honestly, the girls you're gonna meet on Tinder aren't the girls you want to be in a relationship with, anyways.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gotten married after meeting. Well, there must be exceptions, but like,
there has.
Nobody wants to say at their wedding, "Oh, we met on Tinder."
Yeah, exactly.
No,
things just clicked.
If Tinder might be okay. If you say you met on Fuckbook, then you know there's a problem.
I don't know, man. That might be a win right there.
All right, we're going south here.
Oh, I was going to ask Seriial a question, actually. A bit of like, I thought it would be like a good advice topic more for people that are listening. So you know how like we all game. So that's the thing we like to do when we're in our spare time, is to go play video games. So what's the best way to tell your partner or girlfriend that you want time to play video games without pissing them off.
Well, my method is basically, I tell my wife, I ask my wife, I say, well, what do you like to do when you're alone? And she does, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, you know what? I like to play video games. That's my social interaction. Instead of me driving to a bar and hang out with some guys and spending $20-$30 on alcohol and snacks or whatever, I sit at home and I talk with my friends online. Like, it's a virtual friendship. And, there's a lot of the people that I play with online that I've actually have their cell phone numbers. We text during the day, outside of gaming. So that's like my virtual social network. So yes, I'm playing a video game like I'm a kid, but at the same time, like that's my social outlet. So you have to respect it. If you have a girlfriend or a significant other that doesn't respect it because it's quote unquote a video game, then they're really not getting it and they don't understand it.
Yeah, usually they just kind of don't understand. I mind, because my girlfriend now is really good with me, like going and playing a video game, but my ex-girlfriend did not get it. She was like, what are you doing? You're just like, what, you're playing with like a bunch of like 10-year-olds shooting each other? I don't get it. And I could never find a way to like explain it to her in a way that I'm actually speaking to a bunch of friends or doing something competitive.
I heard something, I forget who said it, but someone said that there was an article that they released that they said 43% of online gamers are over 30 years old.
Really? I don't know if I agree with that, but
I forget.
I think the demographic is just huge for it now. Like I know that like when I'm like older, when I'm like Greg's age, that I'll still be gaming stuff, and it'll be even better then. I can't wait. And then especially if I've got like kids to like bond doing that, because I don't think it's a bad thing to have your kids video game as long as you have balance their lives.
No, that'd be cool. Yeah. Like play some Minecraft or something like that. I mean, you're not gonna be playing zombies with them, and they're like 5.
Why not?
Probably not. I could just imagine. I could just imagine all the corpses hanging from like hooks on Mob of the Dead. Them seeing that, be like, oh my god, what's that? That wouldn't be very.
On
good.
that note, is anyone else really excited for The Walking Dead coming back in February?
No.
My girlfriend is, and she's like, she wants me to catch up, but it's like 5 series in, so.
Oh, dude, you have to.
Everyone says it's getting good again. I what was I think it was season 2. It sucked maybe.
Season 3 was very slow.
Season 3, okay, yeah. I was like, no, I'm out.
To me, Walking Dead is the second best show on TV. First being Shameless.
Have you watched Breaking Bad?
I did watch Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad's over. It's not on TV anymore. But if it was on TV...
Oh, on TV. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Currently running right now, I would say, for me, it's The Walking Dead is after Shameless, and then a close third is Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Game of Thrones. That's my one I like to watch.
That's something I wanted to get into.
It's good, but it's like it's one of those things where you watch it, and then there is no show like it that you can go to get your fix. Or at least I know. There's some that are similar, but there's nothing that's like it. That's probably why it's so good, I guess.
All right, and for you, is it just me? But for me, it's like 1 out of every 3 episodes of Game of Thrones gets you rehooked. So they'll have a really good episode, and then they'll have 2 really dry ones, and they'll have a really good episode again. So like it's like all the action, and then they have filler for 2 episodes up to like it's all build up for the next. Like every third show actually has something worth like, oh, no shit.
Oh, it's one of those like cheesy things where I know exactly what the writers are doing. You're trying to draw me in again, and I know you're trying to do that, and I still can't stop it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's one of those moments, and like, I love it though.
So Patrick, what do you watch? What shows are you into?
Well, see, here at school, I don't have like cable or anything, so I have to go Netflix. I started watching House of Cards. I'm about 3 episodes into that, and it's okay, but I'm not really into it. I was watching Prison Break. I don't know if you guys know
it's on my list to watch on Netflix, but I've not started yet.
What about
it's pretty awesome. I watched a few episodes of that. I didn't like it.
Really?
No, it was just, not for
a
me.
neurotic white rich girl does in jail with a bunch of freaking seriously? That doesn't do anything.
If that was on the synopsis, then I would click it. If exactly what Greg had said there was on the synopsis, I would click that.
Oh yeah, it's a rich white girl who just gets put in jail for a bad situation. Dude, it's hilarious. What's her name? Plumber? Yeah, Plumber? Or I forget. It's
I don't know.
Episode 2 or second season, but yeah, it's really good. I enjoyed it. My wife got me on it.
So, Greg, sorry, because last time I spoke to you, then we were both going through, like, breakups. So, like...
Yeah, I took a little break. It got to the point where my wife, she was having a little problem with her weight, and it got to the point where it was so overwhelming for her, she sort of neglected me and the boys, and it just got to the point where it was like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. Like, I love her, but if she doesn't love me enough to look past her issues to respect me and be part of this relationship, so, like, I took a break, and, you know, we just took like a 6-month break, and then we got back together, and now we are back in a very good place. So,
that's awesome. Great to hear, man.
You know, sometimes that corny old saying, you know, if you love something, let it go free, and if it comes back, it's meant to be. Sometimes that's real. Sometimes that is real.
Yeah, it's people go and like just burn bridges when they do that. It's like the big problem. So did you just had your time apart, got some perspective, because some people just like rush into new relationships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just wrecks everything. Whereas like a lot of people could have gone back together if they just like waited it out.
I got a question for you guys.
Shoot.
Do you think exes can be friends?
Yes.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to be friends with my ex. She's always tried to be friends with me, but I've not let it happen.
Well, here's the situation. You can be friends with your ex if the relationship naturally ended.
Right.
Okay, so if you're in a relationship and something external causes you guys to break up, and there's no closure to the relationship. Like, I had a friend that I was really good friends with in high school, and we dated for maybe a month and a half, and it got to the point, like, we were like, yeah, you're more like a sister than someone I should be dating, so this ain't gonna work. And we've been friends ever since, but every woman I've been with has sort of had an issue with that. But, I mean, and even if you date someone, because the thing is, when you're dating someone, they're not only your girlfriend, they're also your friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
So at some point, it depends on how the relationship ends. If the relationship ends because of distance or something else, like if it naturally ends and you both are in agreement, that's the biggest thing. Most relationships end because one person makes the decision. If you both come to the same conclusion, honestly come to the same conclusion, then you should be able to maintain a friendship.
Man, Greg's advice is always so good.
It's on point, isn't it? Like I can totally see that.
You'll get it, dude. You'll get it. You're 24, so give it 16 years. You'll be where I'm at.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend, we broke up, and it was relatively mutual, I want to say. Like, we kind of realized that, you know, we've been together so long and we're not going to grow as people if we stay together. So, I don't know. I was just kind of curious what you guys thought, because we're still kind of friends. Like, it's weird because we live in the same residence. So, like, I see her almost every day, which is, I'd rather not. But, like, I don't know. We're trying to keep kind of like a connection, kind of like an established sort of friendship for that reason, I think. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that.
Well, I will say this. There's another factor to the being friends with an ex. In a relationship, you guys are either really good friends and the sex is secondary, and then you're in a relationship where the sex is extraordinary and you guys can tolerate each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's two type of relationships out there, and then there's
both, and that's the keeper.
Then there's the perfect balance. I'm not going to say that you don't have a perfect balance between both, but if you are in a relationship where sex is the dominant attraction, when you get out, then it's kind of hard because when you look at them, all you're thinking is, yeah, I want to tap that again.
Yeah.
So if you're at a point where you guys are more friends than lovers, I guess I can use that to be clean, then you should be all right.
I can't wait to watch this back and go, yeah, that's a good point.
Hey, yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from. I'm not really sure where we would have fallen on that. But, I don't know. It was an interesting, yeah.
But you know what? Usually what clarifies that type of relationship, if you guys are fighting and you still have really passionate sex, then chances are sex is the dominant. No, I'm serious. Because think about it.
No, I absolutely agree with that. I'm just thinking. Yeah, I see the point you're making.
Anyway, you got other questions? Yeah. The love factor.
I have a really deep question here.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna get real deep here.
Let's do it.
Ass or tits?
We already did this.
Well,
has your opinion changed?
We've grown.
No,
we've changed.
Ass guy.
As I recall, Seriial, you were a both. I think
I was a both.
It was like
someone
had
guy.
balance.
If I
someone
have
was
to
balanced.
pick one or the other, I think an ass is a little bit more important than the tatas.
Absolutely.
Because you can go to a doctor and get implants. Or a lift or a reduction or whatever to make them perfect. An ass implant is a little bit, not that it's not possible, but
it's kind of weird.
But come on, man. Who's paying $8,000-$9,000 for an ass implant?
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj is.
Well,
true, but she can do that.
I don't think Nicki needed it.
Give me another ass.
Did you guys see Kim Kardashian's poses when she posed nude?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yo, I may not like her, but god damn.
I wish I could say goddamn like that, but it doesn't work in my accent.
God damn.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I can't say. No, that sounds good. I love when you say hilarious. That's like my favorite thing ever.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
It like rolls off your tongue.
Yeah. It's like hilarious. I have a friend from Scotland and she says it the same way and I'm like, oh my god, that's so awesome.
I don't sound particularly Scottish. You guys probably think I maybe do, but like in terms of like Scottish accents, mine is so mild. Like I pretty much just speak like fairly just sort of English.
Yeah, you don't sound like
the way the language was meant to be. But so it depends. Because I don't have an accent, it means that wherever I go places, I do pick up things. So like when a lot of people used to think I sounded American just from listening and singing American music and watching a lot of American TV. And when I started saying, here we say root, but over there you guys say route. I don't know if Patrick does, because Canadians are different.
Route?
I would say root.
You both say root?
Root, yeah, root.
Like taking a lot of Americans will say route, and I caught myself saying that, and I was like, what? That sounds so stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, some people say it's like data and data. It's just
status.
I do gotta ask, how is your music career going on?
So I was playing a lot. I was playing an awful lot, and it was going really good. But one of the main members of our band, he moved away to try. He moved to like a big city to try and make fiddles. He wants to which is violins, if you don't know.
Yeah.
So he went to do that, and I've been so busy with my new job that I really haven't had time for anything right now.
Where are you working?
So I just work in like this cafe bar / restaurant. And
the place.
It's a new the new place that's open, and I absolutely love it. Like, I probably will stop loving it in a couple of years because I'll take everything out of it that I can, because there's only so far you can go. I'm doing quite a lot of management stuff, and it's nice to learn about business. But I think when I've sucked all the goodness out of that, then I think I want to go do primary teaching. So that's like Do you guys have primary school?
I do have primary. Yeah.
So that's like, would you call that? What would you call that in America?
What age is that to?
Elementary. Yeah. Do you have elementary, middle, and then high school?
We have elementary, middle school, and then we used to have junior high versus senior, high school, but they sort of merged them now. So a lot of schools are like kindergarten to 5, and then 6 to 9, and then 10 to 12.
So this would be like from 5 to like 11. So, because I do all Leah's homework with her and stuff, and I absolutely love it, and I love like kids and stuff. So I think I'd like to do that.
Oh, okay.
When the time comes.
Yeah, here in Canada, that's like one of the most awful job routes you could take. Oh, I said road. Okay.
There we go.
It's like there's such an oversupply of teachers right now, and,
really?
and a huge lack of demand. So there's like unless you're going like really far with it and like getting your master's and all that, it's
wow.
like not really.
See, I just have to do a year course, and that's like half teaching, half learning, and then I get a probationary year, a confirmed job, and then I have to go find my own. But in this country, it's a lot easier to get a primary teaching job, especially if you're a male primary teacher, because they're a lot rarer.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
yeah, here, unless you're like, I know one guy, he's probably 22, and I think he got his degree in kinesiology.
Wow.
And basically, he's like a gym teacher, kind of like he teaches yoga. The class he teaches is yoga, and then like a gym class. And he's got like a secure job.
Wait, he teaches yoga in high school?
Yeah, we had a yoga class in our school.
Whoa.
Yeah, crazy,
no, we are in Great Britain. We are so far behind. Jesus.
Subject a little bit.
Sure.
What was there outside of the computer? Is there anything better than the invention of yoga pants?
I'm pretty sure we had a discussion about this before as well. Like,
we absolutely did.
The male mind never strays too far away from yoga pants.
I think it should be a requirement globally that if you're between 17 and 25 and you're under, say, 140 pounds, you should have to wear yoga pants. You should have to. It should be mandatory.
I know so many people that would find Seriial like ridiculously offensive.
Oh, I'm sure there's people listening to this right now that do. That's the fun of it.
Listen. I know I can sound like an ass at times. I'm very reasonable, as you heard before. I am very level-minded, but I'm still a guy. At
the end of
Greg's just like at that point where he's like old and senile now, that like he doesn't care what he says, because he can just he's just like, I'll do and say whatever I want. You can't stop me.
Dude, I'm just at the point in my life where it's like, you know what? You're either gonna love me or hate me. I'm not trying to make new friends.
Right.
So
That's the best
I'm
when
gonna
you
be
stop
myself, and you're either gonna like me or you're not.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it either way.
Some people never get to that point where they have their view, and they're, because there's so many people that I know, and I'm probably like this as well, where depending on who you're around, you act completely different. The type of person that you are is, like, and you call those people fake, right? Whereas like Seriial, Greg is like, he is exactly who he is.
It's called being adaptive. Like, you know, I have friends that are very prim and proper, and, you know, I will talk to them and like, hey, yeah, how about the stock market? But then I have other friends that are a little bit ghetto, and I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? You know, what's popping? Like, I can do both sides. You know, same thing like with online. Like, you have different personalities. You know, it's not like I have a persona that I project anywhere. Like, I'm me, and there's multiple facets to me. Like, I can be, you know, that arrogant prick that talks like, yeah, yoga pants are mandatory. But then I also can be that guy that, you know, I've raised 3 kids. I'm on my second marriage. I know what's going on with the relationship game. Like, yes, they're all separate, but I can give you pretty solid advice on how to do certain things, whether it's in a relationship, life, whatever.
I could think of so many like business outlets for Greg. Like, I want like an app with sound bites that just says things like "God damn" and "yoga pants should be mandatory," and then I want like a show where he just gives advice. Like
well, dude, remember I did that on my channel. I tried doing Seriial sound advice.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
I got like 10 episodes and like it just dried up, or it was the same people asking the same questions over and over again.
Right. Well, do you guys remember Woody's gamer tag? Yeah. He used to do something like that.
Yeah, and then he started telling kids how to jerk off, and it got weird.
Yeah, whatever. I used to love Woody's gamer tag back in the day, and now
No.
Yeah.
what does he even do?
He
instills Painkiller already, I think.
He was telling somebody how to give a blowjob. I think that's what it was.
Oh, do you remember Apocalypse made a video about that?
Oh yeah, dude, yeah. Apocalypse was like, dude, that's wrong. You don't fucking do that.
Yeah, no. Woody has a Minecraft server.
Yeah, so
right now
he just runs that. That's his thing.
He runs that, and then whatever else he gets from Painkiller already. Mm-hmm. They've been running a long time.
Oh my god!
Like Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
And you think that's like 5 years, 4 or 5 years.
I think it's close to 6 now.
It's gotta be. Man, the gaming community is old.
Yeah.
I know.
Like you look at some guys. I remember a guy I used to watch his Team Art, and like he was like started when he was like 16.
I'm super excited.
Exactly right.
And
he went off to university. He went off to university, and like he's like, all right, this is cool, but I think I'm gonna not do this, and I'm gonna do YouTube. And it's like, I don't know. It's just cool when you're like, I've grown into that point now where I'm like at his age now, right? And I watched him as I was a kid. It's just cool to see those people you watch kind of grow up a little bit.
Patrick, I have to ask, like, what does it feel like to have 200,000 people watching your videos and listening to what you got to say?
Do you want to know the honest
No,
honest
answer?
answer?
I fucking lie to me.
It's all about the money.
Okay. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense to me. Like you get to a certain number where I can't imagine that many people.
Yeah, it's not fathomable. I can't even say the word.
Like I asked myself, like how did I get so lucky that I got that? I mean, it's awesome. Like it really probably one of the, I would say the thing I pride myself in the most, like, you know, school friends, well, obviously friends is a whole other thing, but like the thing like I say like I have going for me is like YouTube.
Absolutely.
Right?
Like we all tried to do that, and we never got anywhere near that mark. So
yeah.
I think it's amazing.
It was such a lucky thing. Like this guy I helped out probably 2 years ago now. He like I helped him out when he was like just starting up, and then he got really big. He got like to 100,000 subscribers, and he's like, hey man, like you should try doing this. Like it worked for me, and then I did it, and like it was kind of like he repaid me kind of thing, if that makes sense. But just so lucky. I don't know.
It's not all luck, man. Like you're at uni now, and there was a load of people that got big like you did, and then they went to uni, and then YouTube just dropped. And then they try and come back 6 months later, and it's gone, and it's probably not coming back. Whereas you've kept it going throughout all the excitement of
that is
something new
one
in your
thing.
life. I mind saying that to you, that you got to keep it going if you still enjoy it. And look where it's brought you. Like
it's awesome.
You might get to a point where you're thinking between, like legitimately thinking between college and YouTube.
I know. I mean, like honestly, like at this point, my goal is 1 million subscribers. I think that would just be like
phenomenal,
so phenomenal, right? And I mean, I don't know if that'll ever come with zombies coming out.
Yeah.
To 2 days, and then Black Ops. Well, the next Treyarch game coming out. I mean, there's potential for it to happen.
Do you have more subscribers than Market Darker?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, when you think about it like that, like that's insane, right?
It's weird, right? Those guys you used to watch, and you've like passed them.
Patrick, I think the biggest key to your success is you're down to earth and real. Your head never blew up with your sub count.
That's what I get a lot. People say
you're very consistent, you're very down to earth, and you're a cool dude. I mean, and it's plain and simple. Like you never, like I hear these people that get bigger and they get arrogant, they get cocky, and they get condescending.
Oh, tell me about it. I hit 1,000 subscribers and I got pissed off at anyone who didn't know that I was a celebrity.
Oh, I remember that. No, I'm just kidding.
Throwing ones at people like I own the place.
So, Patrick.
That's the weird... Oh,
out of your 226, how many do you think are actually dead subs?
Not that many. Like, the general rule of thumb is 10% of your subscribers will watch a video you put out, right? And I generally hit that pretty good or more.
That's good.
I don't know, maybe
when you do your like tutorials and stuff like that, you get a lot of your subscribers plus a lot of people who don't even subscribe to you watching videos like that.
Like search spots and stuff. I actually, just weird thing, this is really random, I just kind of went to my channel. I'm like 300 views off a 1 million view video. So that is awesome.
That your, what one is that? Can I have a look?
Here, I'll post it in the chat. Top 5 worst guns in college.
You know, it's funny, Patrick.
Worst guns to pack a punch.
My best video, I think, got 9,000 views. And that's probably half of your average.
Yeah, about. It's weird, right? Because, like, you're always, if it makes sense, you're never satisfied. Like, when I hit 100, it was like, all right, this is cool, and then 1,000 would be nice, and then 10,000 would be nice. Yeah.
See, my problem is, and one of the main reasons that I sort of faded away from YouTube is, it's not that I didn't like doing it. It's not that I didn't, to me, I always did it. I didn't care if one person watched my video. I always used it as an outlet. But it got to the point where I was putting, 3 or 4 hours, like in between, thinking about what I want to talk about, getting the gameplay, putting it all together, making the video up, like the whole 4 or 5 hour process. And then I put up a video, and it's like, I would get like maybe 100 views and like maybe 20 likes. And it's like, it felt good at first, but after like a year and a half, it's just like, is it really worth my time to get 50 views?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know exactly what you mean, man. Like, I never stopped loving what I was doing. I just ran out of time in my life to keep doing it. And
it just got
it is totally a motivation getting views and subscribers. And it sounds stupid, and you hate those people who post stuff on Facebook because they want like shares and stuff like that.
That's totally rational.
One prayer, but like on YouTube, it sort of feels like it means a little something. And money was never a motivation for me because I never really made any.
Yeah.
But I could totally see that being a motivation, because you kind of get to look at it by looking at how many views you've got and seeing it go up. I don't think there was ever anything wrong with people making money on YouTube at all.
Well, it just makes the content better at the end of the day.
If you've got money to invest back into what you're doing, like I invested a lot of money into my YouTube channel just because it was a hobby.
Right.
I never like made any of that back. I remember I bought a Scuff controller, and then I put everything else that was in my PayPal, which was just uni money, towards getting Leah Christmas presents. So like I did get that out of it.
Yeah.
We gotta understand, most hobbies are expensive. I mean, if you're a fisherman, think about it. I mean, if you're a bowler, think about it. If you're a golfer,
sports, any kind of sport.
Yeah, hobbies are expensive. See, to me, I totally forgot what I was going to say because I was listening to Yoon, and I love his voice, and he's just.
Isn't it a nice?
He's
voice?
Hypnotic. I swear, Yoon, you should have never fucking stopped. You captivate people with your voice. You do.
I think what I wanted to post became sort of wasn't what I got like big for. Like I still get quite a lot of views on my videos that I posted, my Smite videos. They actually did
just the long tail from it, right?
Better than any of my other videos. Like because Smite is still very much growing. Like I've got a video with like 50,000 views or something, which is a lot for me.
Very good.
An awful lot for me. And but those videos were like 40 minutes long, and I live in Shetland where it would take me days. And I used to be able to get away with that because I was at college, and I would just sneakily go to college and upload like 5 videos at once. Easy. But I can't do that anymore, and that's the kind of videos that I'd probably still want to post. And I can't do it, and I'm not going to start playing Call of Duty on a bad connection or anything like that. So I always sort of blame connection for me giving up, because you can always find time for it. Like I have time to play a Smite game, which is like 30 minutes. I could easily play a game of Call of Duty and make a commentary in that and post it in that time. I just can't upload it.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, it's about doing what you enjoy, because I've seen so many people through my time do it because they want to get views or whatever. And like I saw so many people in the zombies community go to GTA because there were more views there. And GTA community's kind of shriveled up, and they don't have a passion for it, so they're not doing it as much. and it just kind of dies. So at the end of the day, like, do what you enjoy.
Yeah.
You know what?
And that's why I stuck with zombies.
That is a great moral for life. If you do anything in life and you have a passion for it, whether you get paid or not, people will respect you for it, period.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Man. Like I do like not a minimum wage job, but it's by no means like a really well paid job. At some point I would like to make a bit more money. But I love what I do. Every day I go to work, even if it's a ridiculously hard day, I like love it. Love it to death. Like I wouldn't want to do. There wouldn't be another job in the world that you could offer me right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless it was YouTube, because that was always like my dream job.
Dude, if you could get paid $500,000 a year to judge porn contests, you take it.
Wait, there's a job for that?
No, I'm just saying if they had one.
Maybe we can make that happen.
Dude, Patrick got the juice. He can make it happen.
I'll get a contact in the porn industry. I'll get the hookup.
Yo, listen to who I am. I'm the SmithPlays, okay? Yeah, you know.
All
right, let's end it on that note right there.
Yeah, man, it's been great talking to you guys again. Really, really.
Yeah, it was honestly.
Patrick, I miss you both. Thank you very much for inviting me. I greatly appreciate it. I love the opportunity to catch up with you guys. And hopefully it will not be another year before we do something like this again.
Yeah, man. Like I said, this is a weekly thing. I'm trying to get more people on. I've been doing a lot of solo stuff, and it's getting a little dry. So I'm just trying to get personalities on and have a good time and just sit down and have a conversation. So
Patrick, whenever you
thank
want
you guys
me,
so much for coming
bro.
on. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Same. And I would love to start posting videos again and doing stuff like that. Because this was fun, man. This brings back the old
Isn't it?
memories.
Where do you guys want people to contact you? YouTube, Twitter?
YouTube or Twitter, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, if they're going to contact me, I would say Twitter.
Well, where can they find you? Like if
YouTube
Yeah,
or Twitter.
YouTube?
Hey,
Find my
the
YouTube.
C3 channel. Plug it. Patrick, plug it.
C3 channel. I got you, man. There'll be links in the description for sure. And then you are just YouTube.
I am.
All right, cool guys. Thank you so much for watching. That was episode 38. We'll be back next week, hopefully with someone awesome. See you then.
Later.
Video.